Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Domescoped here, and you're watching the Ground Level Gaming channel. Thanks for watching us. Just doing a quick video. This is a new playlist I'm doing on Halo 5. It's called In Depth, so check it out. Called the Halo 5 In Depth playlist on the Ground Level Gaming channel. And what I'm going to do for this is pretty much start right from the basics. This video is called Movement Mechanics, and we are going to just basically go through some of the new movement mechanics they have in Halo 5. Start from the basics. If you guys know this stuff, go ahead and skip to farther on down the road and see if anything else will suit your fancy there. So let's get into it. First things first, let's pick just a map I'm going to go into and just hit the mode free for all. That way we can just do it by myself here. So what I want to do is just kind of go and overanalyze everything about Halo 5 and all the new movement mechanics, show you what you can do, what you should do, what you shouldn't do. You know, I'm not exactly a professional, but I understand the concepts, and so I'm going to try to see what I can do to help you out here. And I'm going to start from square one, which means just movement mechanics. If you're used to playing Call of Duty, these mechanics are much different. I mean, to an extent. There's similarities as well. So I'll go through some of those as we go, and this shouldn't be too long of a video. Like I said, I'm just doing the basics right now, so it's just movement mechanics, and I'll show you a little bit about what the new movement mechanics are in Halo 5. So here we go. First thing I want to discuss with you guys is what you have your controller set up as. So, in my opinion, it's going to be helpful to do something besides the default controller setup. So, hit start. Go down to controller. What I ended up figuring out is I like Helljumper. Now, this may not be for you, and you may like something else, like Bumper Jumper or something else. But the default one, the reason I don't like it is jump and clamor is A. So what you have to do is you have to move your aiming thumb, which is your right thumb, to jump. So I don't think that's the best way to go. If you guys are using default layout, I know it kind of stinks to have to rethink and reprogram your brain to use a different layout, but in my opinion, it's worth it to do any of these other ones where some of the more important abilities like jump and clamor or let's see, throw grenades, stuff like that are just more easily accessible. I landed on Helljumper, and I'll go through it real quick and explain what it is. So jump and clamor is going to be your left top bumper. Throw grenade is right top bumper. Fire weapon is right. So this one reminds me a lot of my Call of Duty, actually, the way I do Call of Duty. The only difference, I believe, is that zoom and sprint is A on this layout. Well, in Call of Duty, it's the left click and thumbstick button. So that's like one of the few differences. So I do like Helljumper. If you guys haven't tried Helljumper, I would say give it a try. And then what I would say is go through all these other settings and make sure that they work for you. One other thing I would mention is hold to clamor. I turn that off, and that's just the way I prefer it. There's also some more, looks like there's some more settings that I haven't even checked out here. One of them, look acceleration. Oh, okay. So, this is a new one here, and it's look acceleration. Basically, when you have your thing all the way to the edge, that's how fast you can spin around. So this may be helpful for helping you doing some fast turnarounds, stuff like that. I have my sensitivity at 7. I would recommend you using a little lower and then working your way up. Supposedly the pros use anywhere from 4 to 6, so but I prefer 7. I like to kind of jerk it around a little bit, I guess. And then look acceleration. This is basically when your thumbstick is all the way to the edge of the one way, it'll accelerate even more. So I just turned mine up from 4 to 3. I'm going to try that out. In fact, I might go to 5 just to see if I can tell the difference, and then see if I like that. So what I'd like to say is definitely go through and check out what's the best layout for you, and definitely consider using Helljumper. Oh, what's this? That's a new one. Helljumper, Bumper Jumper. I mean, a lot of these ones are a lot better than the default. This new one, Pass Shooter. Okay. Nope, nope. Fish stick. No, Hell Jumper it is. So, that being said, let's get into some of the movement mechanics of Halo 5, and there are a few different ones. So I'll go through them, and then we'll see how we can use them and jump around this level a little bit. Alright, obviously, right thumbstick is look around. Left thumbstick is move around. So, you know, if you don't know that, I mean, I don't know what you probably shouldn't be playing. So, one thing I'd like to mention is it's a little bit, you know, to stop and go forward. It's not like Call of Duty. It's not as fast. It does feel like you're in space. You know, that's kind of the idea. Is you know, this is, you know, Combat Evolved. We're in an outer, you know, less gravity environment is what I would put it. So then if you have Hell Jumper, you know, it's going to be your top right bumper is going to be jumping, and in Halo, you know, you don't want to be jumping all the time, but jumping helps a lot, especially if you get into a gunfight 1v1. All you gotta do to throw them off maybe is a little jump, and if you know you're jumping, then you're aiming, you know, hopefully you can adapt, and he can't. Another new thing, one of the new things, and I'm gonna go over a couple new things, is thruster pack. Thruster pack is X. I wish there was a controller button layout where thruster pack was like, you know, a bumper or something. But I guess I like having my right thumb bumper being grenades too, so that's good. Anyway, thruster pack's really good. There's a cooldown on it, and there's a little triangle up in the upper right. See that little exclamation point? Also, there's some noises that let you know it's when it's ready. So it's like got like what I'd say 3 second, maybe 2.5 seconds, 3 second cooldown. And basically, whichever direction you're moving is the direction you'll boost. So if you're moving forward, you'll boost forward. If you're moving backwards, or if you're, you know, so you get it. Basically, this is good for, say you're shooting a guy and you're getting hit real bad, boost behind something. That's basically one of the things. Also, you can boost forward at someone if you have a close range weapon, like this. You know, if they're shooting at you long range. But one thing with boosting forward is that means you're staying straight, and it's easy for them to get nice, clean headshots on you. So jumping, obviously, you know, we went over that a little bit, and then there's that boosting, like I just said. Let's get into some of the more new advanced mechanics about Halo 5. Running is, for the default setting I have, Hell Jumper is A, and so it's kind of, I have it toggled so I don't have to hold it, and then I stop, and you know, you can shoot pretty fast. Someone was saying it's not good to toggle it, but I don't know. It's really your preference, I guess. And then when you're running, there's a Spartan charge. Two things you can do. One, if you hit the crouch button, you're gonna slide, and you're gonna slide into crouch mode. Not many people take advantage of this that I've noticed, and I would say it's really good. So say I'm about to sneak up behind someone in these bases here or whatever, I'll slide in, and I'm in crouch mode, and then I can sneak up on them. So I kind of slid in there, I'm in crouch mode, I'm undetectable, and I'm crouching up on them. You know, next thing you know, I see someone maybe boost, and that'll just take me right out of crouch. And then there you go, you're ready to battle. So that's one thing you can do from sprint. And just to review, you're sprinting, and you just hold crouch, and there you go. You slide into crouch, and you're ready to go. The other thing you can do from sprinting is you can hold the melee button, and it'll do a Spartan charge. So that's a Spartan charge. And it's very, very powerful. Don't underestimate it. Because when you are running, you're a little vulnerable because, you know, you got to wait and you got to get your gun out. It doesn't take too long, but people can be shooting you before you do too much. So what you want to do when you're running is keep a close eye on your little mini-map on the lower left area there. And if you see a red dot, you know, just zoom in on it. And hopefully if they're close enough, you can just blast them a Spartan charge. Finish them off with some bullets or maybe another melee or whatever. It's a very powerful and somewhat underused tool by most people. And one other thing I'd like to point out about Spartan Charge is that you can aim it. So even if you start charging this way, it seems to me, at least, I don't know if it's like possible, but it just seems to me that you can last second make a little bit of adjustments, you know, here and there. So keep that in mind. Just remember, if you see someone on the red map, see like right there, you know, you just move to the left, move to the right, and it'll kind of curve it a little bit. So those are the two new mechanics with running. The slide down to crouch, which is hold crouch, and the hold melee button, which is Spartan charge, and that takes away pretty much all their shields. All you need to do is finish them off. And the third and final new mechanic that I would like to show you, which is my favorite, is the ground and pound. And basically to do that, you hold the pound button, you hold the melee button when you're in air, and it'll give you this little circle. This is one of my favorite parts of this game. I played Advanced Warfare Call of Duty, and it was a terrible game in my opinion, but all I did was try to get Death from Above badges, because that was like my favorite thing to do. And this reminds me a lot about that, except for it's actually better. Just everything about it, the mechanics seem better. So once again, to review, you can even do it just from standing here, you know. So I'm just holding the punch button or melee button, which in Helljumper is the right thumbstick, which is another really good thing about this setup. Is, you know, all you gotta do is click. If you're a panic clicker, you know, it might not be the best. You gotta kind of keep your cool, and I even do it on occasion, to be fully honest with you. But I still think it's really nice because, you know, you're shooting someone, boom, it's just right there. So last thing, just to review, we'll go through the review. You got the thruster packs. That's X. Obviously jump, moving, and all that. Then there's from running. You got hold the crouch. That goes to crouch. Hold running, you got hold melee, that goes to Spartan charge, and the final and most impressive and awesome one is you jump up, hold the melee button, and you can aim this little reticule anywhere you want. And you just got to make sure that the one thing I can say about this, if you're not used to doing it, you have to make sure that little circle is at least halfway full. So watch. Okay, that one. I got it timed down perfectly, so I almost never do it. But I used to do it a little bit where if you accidentally don't hold it long enough, it won't work. It'll just fail. So that's the one thing, is you can see that little bar, and as soon as that bar gets, you know, all the way completed, you're good to go. That being said, you don't need to release it right away. If no one's down there and you're waiting for someone to come up, maybe hold it a little bit longer, and then eventually it does go. It releases and goes. I guess one other thing I kind of miss is you can clamor. Just hold just same as the jump button. You just, as you get near an edge, if you have that setting where it's off, you can just you hit it once and it'll just climb up for you. So that's another key movement technique. You put them all together and you got yourself some pretty sweet, awesome gameplay. I mean, it's just like so many different combinations you can do. And I'm loving this new Halo. I hope you guys are loving it too. If you like this video and you learned something or whatever, you know, give me a thumbs up, give me a like, give me a share. Take some time to subscribe. We're running a little promo through January 15th. If any new subscribers, for any new subscribers, will get free game rentals from Redbox. The codes expire January 15th, 2006. So take advantage of that if you're interested. Really appreciate you guys watching and tuning in to the GLG channel. We will catch you on the next video. Have a great day. 30 seconds.